What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to always come on here and share with you guys any value I can to help you with your business, with your life, and how to be able to enhance that to take you to the next level. Now, guys, before we start, I just want to be straight up honest. I always really appreciate when you guys share, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, because guys, if you help me, I can help you guys more. And the more we can do this and grow this together, I can do even some crazier, funner, and educational things for you that can take things to the next level. So really appreciate that. And for anybody who's new in my channel for the first time, welcome to the Mendes Fitness channel, where we're gonna be pouring on you anything that has to do with online business, fitness, coaching, trends in the fitness and health industry. And guys, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna make sure that we're giving you the latest information possible so that way you can keep on winning. Today, we're gonna talk about how to be able to take your current business that might be in person fully online, or at least create a hybrid style offer. And the reason why this is important is because during the pandemic, we realized that the digital realm is powerful. We realized that it's here to stay and it's here to play. Okay, you can't hide it, you can't run away from it, you can't pretend and just be like, oh, I don't need it. Bullshit, you need it. Okay, it's what became a want is now a need. Okay, it's the same thing with your cell phone, guys. Back in the day, a cell phone was a want, right? And I remember when we were in elementary and middle school, everybody wanted the cell phone. Oh my God, I want a cell phone, right? But you didn't need it, all right? But it wasn't until years later, and now that we're older, we need it. Okay, it's become a need. Same thing with the digital online coaching. It's become a need. You need to be online. Why? First off, the pandemic showed us that if you don't have something online, you're fucked. Okay, you're fucked. You're not completely fucked, but you're pretty fucked. And it shows you this because I know a ton of trainers, I know a ton of coaches in the health and fitness industry who took massive hits or had to change their paths and start working other jobs in order to make some income. And that's because they were too scared to jump online right away, or even start before, or even start now. You know, and the thing is, if you don't have some kind of online offer as a health and fitness professional, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You really are. All right, you need to diversify yourself. If you want to continue training in person, great. I think in-person training is always a need. All right, I'm excited to see people go back to the gyms and train with their trainers in person, because you need that. You need that personal connection, touch with a human being. That's never gonna leave. And there's things you can do in person that you can't do online, 100%. But here's the problem. People have gotten used to the online now. People have learned the online. They're seeing they can get results online. So you need to be online. It's gonna only expand your coaching offerings, right? If one of your clients go on vacation, guess what? You can still train them online. If something happens where you can't go to your gym or something, because maybe you're not even feeling well, but you're feeling well enough to be able to coach them online, you can coach them online, all right? There's so many ways that online can benefit you. You can also come up with new structures, right? You can come up with new program structures where you can do some in-person sessions with a client, where maybe before you're doing 4 times a week in person, now you could do 2 times or 1 time a week, and the rest is an online program. So many ways you can play with it when it comes to the hybrid model. If you're going fully online, guys, this can also as well tremendously change your life, because you free up so much time. All right, and I know I'm gonna dive into how you can do this, but I wanna explain to you first why you should do this, okay? Because I think it's important for you to understand why. So when you go fully online, it's gonna create freedom, right? You don't have to worry about doing the one-on-one anymore, trading time for money, right? Obviously, unless you're doing FaceTime or Zoom one-on-one, then you're doing the same shit as you're doing in person. So building programs out, or some kind of on-demand streaming, and in the pre-recorded programs, you're creating more time freedom, right? You're making more money and you're creating more time freedom, because now you're not dependent to be there all the time, okay? Especially with the pre-recorded model, you don't have to be there. All right, it's done already, and you can give it to your client. And that's the beautiful part of it. You're not trading time for money. All right, you're making more money, you're gaining more time, and you're gaining more of that freedom. So that's part of the reason why you should also consider that, highly consider that, especially for coaches out there who are burnt out, who can't make money while they're on vacation or when they're sick. This is why this can do that for you. Now, how to get started, all right? How to get started with moving into the online realm and business. Number one thing, who are you gonna serve, guys? All right, who are you gonna serve? And first of all, why do you wanna go online, right? Why? Could be the reasons, like we said, burned out. Could be the reasons why maybe you feel that you need to have another offering because you need to make more money. It could be a reason because you're tired of taking vacations and not getting paid, or you have to come back and front load out there. So there could be many reasons of why you feel you need to jump in. The reason why I say know your why, because your why is gonna be your strongest motivator to get you there, right? So as well, how you're gonna do it is super important. So how are you gonna do this? Are you gonna be on demand? Are you gonna be pre-recorded? Are you gonna have a mix? Are you gonna stick to the hybrid, in person and half online? Asking yourself, all right, how you're gonna do it. Okay, that's gonna be another important maneuver there to be able to get you into the online world. Now, understanding your target audience, going back to that, after you figured out those, you need to understand who you're gonna serve, okay? Most importantly, above anything first. Because if you don't know who you're gonna serve online, you're gonna be confused, and you're gonna be working with a too broad of an audience. And when we're going online, there's gonna be coaches on there doing similar things like you. There's gonna be coaches on there who might have similar workouts, who might have similar specialties. So we gotta figure out what's gonna make you stand out and who you're gonna serve from those group of people from the general pop, okay? So figuring out who your target audience, for you to serve that person, you can attack that person. So another thing that's important to know for when you're going online, okay, is knowing where you're at with your current business as a trainer, your expertise, your years of experience, in order to also as well price point your offers correctly, and also to as well understand how to stay within your realm online. Because I think that's another difficult thing I see all the time online, is a lot of coaches who don't know where to position themselves, right? Based on their experience, based on what they know, based on their mastery skills, their expertise, their style of training. You know, a lot of them don't know how to position. So knowing how to position yourself and knowing how to build that right offer based on those things is gonna be highly important, at least to start off with, right? From there you can scale, and you know, obviously when you get comfortable, you can change your numbers, increase them, all that stuff, but pricing yourself, knowing your worth, when you're going on there. And remember, knowing your worth can also mean you might be underselling yourself, right? You might be either over or underselling yourself. So it's important to understand that, okay? It's very important to understand that. Now, when you're going into this online realm, you need to understand that it's not gonna be a walk in the park at the beginning, okay? It's not gonna be a walk in the park. It's gonna take some effort, it's gonna take some work. And what I mean by that is that you have to have a system behind everything you do. All right, so in order for this machine to work, you need to have a system behind it. You need to be able to understand that you need to go in there and make connections with people. You need to post content. This is work, guys. You need to be able to constantly interact with people on there, making sure that you're constantly showing love people on your social media, showing love through your DMs to the people who are responding to you, making sure you're building genuine relationships. If you're not being active like that, guys, you're not gonna get any clients at all right? How do you expect people to just come and fall in your lap? You can't. Am I telling you that some hot leads might come every now and then and want to work with you because they saw something from your content? Of course, and yet you still have to make the content, right? For that to even happen. So even for that to happen, you still have to make the content. But if somebody does come, that barely happens all the time. Even the biggest of the biggest don't get an influx of people come in at that speed all the time. You need to go get your clients yourself. You need to go get those prospects, right? So you need to go connect with them. You need to reach out to them. You need to engage with them and build trust. Once you build that trust, then you can expand and jump into actual building relationships. You can jump into, after building the relationship, you can actually get them on a call with you and actually take them through the process of coaching them on a call and then serving them as a coach after when you close them, okay? So you need to understand that is super, super important, guys, okay? So once you're done doing that, guys, and you wrap your hands around that through understanding that you need to make time for all these things because they are important, then you'll start realizing that, okay, this is possible. This I can do. This is something that's obtainable. This is something that I have control of and eventually maybe build a team around, because it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna have to, but it's gonna take sacrifice at the beginning. Now, as well, it's gonna give you the freedom at the end of the day. Freedom does not come without sacrifice. Freedom comes with sacrifice. So at some point in any business, anything you do in life, you have to, sacrifice to create freedom, okay? So understand that when you're gonna go online, you have to sacrifice some in order to create more of that freedom, especially if you're gonna go fully online, okay? Because eventually, what I always tell my clients is, you need to make sure, as you're building your online business, if you're gonna go fully online, for every three or two, every 2 to 3 new clients you get online, you have to get rid of one of your in-person, okay? It's gonna hurt, I know, or you're gonna feel like, man, I'm making all this good money because I'm making from both, but guess what? If you want fully online, you can't tease around the in-person anymore. You have to get rid of it, right? You want something, get rid of the old and obtain the new and embrace the new. So for every 2 to 3 new clients you get in online, you're gonna have to remove an in-person client. And like that, you're gonna slowly start building your business correctly without also hurting your pocket. The last thing I want you guys to do is drop your whole in-person business and now you can't pay your bills, you're fucked, you can't do shit. That's not what I want, all right? That's not what I want. I want you to do this correctly. I'll never suggest anybody say, hey, go leave your job completely right now in order to just dive into this full blown. If you can't do that, obviously, every person's different. Everybody has a different situation. If you're somebody at home, lives with your parents, and they don't mind taking care of you for a bit, then go right ahead and leave that other business, go fully into this. But if that's not your situation, don't do it, all right? Do the 2 to 3 online lead gen to client approach first, and then slowly remove one at a time through your in-person when you're building those new 2 to 3. Now, another tip that I think is super important. When you go online, it is very important that you have organization when it comes to building your program. So having the right platform in place to organize your videos, input your videos, your workouts, if you put nutrition, tracking, maybe a communicating platform as well embedded in there or outside of there for you and your clients. I think it's super important. So make sure you're organizing with the tools that you have set for your clients. It's gonna be super important. And I try to keep everything separate from like not texting with your clients. Like obviously, not that you can't text them, but try to have your conversations on another platform because you don't want that mixing in with your day-to-day messages, right? And you want to be able to keep everything organized. So make them feel special too. When it's something separate, then make them feel special, right? Makes it more worth it. So that's another big suggestion is find a platform like True Coach or Trainerize, for example. Those two are great that you can host your platforms on and you can deliver high quality value. You can also white label, right? You can white label them, you can customize them to your own colors, your own themes, your own brand. You can give your client that special touch that you feel that you want to give to them, and they're gonna feel like they're working under your brand, right? And they also get they can also download an app from, so it's phone friendly and it's website friendly as well. And it's desktop friendly as well. So either way, it's gonna work on both cases. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of coaches, I see them. And I'm not saying that at the beginning don't, I've done it, but I see a lot of coaches, they're trying to send videos through email, through Google, and it gets a little unorganized, it gets a little crazy, it really drops the value. Obviously, if that's what you can begin with, then begin with that. But if you can pay, and I know you can, if you can pay $25, $50 a month to be on a platform that's legit and can do everything for you, my suggestion is go right ahead and do that, because it's gonna really up your game tremendously. So don't be a cheapskate if you do have the money. Now, next tip, right? Another tip. When you go online, make sure that you do know all the tools that you're gonna be using for at the beginning. So when you explain to your client, you're not going crazy. I've seen many coaches who have use different tools with one client, different tools with another one, different tools with another one, and you drive yourself crazy and you drive them crazy. Don't be that person. Pick your go-to tools, and that's gonna be set in stone. So if it's Zoom, hey, Zoom. For True Coach, it's gonna be True Coach. If we're gonna stick to sending things through Google Drive, we're gonna do things, maybe it could be other PDFs and other tips you're giving through, don't be switching things around constantly. We're gonna drive yourself crazy and them crazy. So make sure you stay organized and make sure you're using the same tools for every client across the board, right? It's your system, all right? It's your system. Make it consistent. Don't go off tangent and start using other things that don't make sense, or that it's because you want to serve one person because that's what they feel that they want to use, right? Remember, it's what you want to use. What you built for your business, they have to come and use that, right? You cannot just adapt to everybody, right? Remember, first of all, you're only targeting a certain group of people, and those people are going to want to work with you. Nobody's going to question you on what you're using as your tools. Okay, I'm just saying that because I've seen it way too many times, especially with clients that I've worked with, and they come at me and they're like, I'm using all these different things for different people. I'm like, whoa, let's retract and let's make this simple. Another tip, when you are online, the biggest thing is new leads and retention, okay? New leads and retention. So the two biggest things is new leads and retention. Now, if you can retain more, that's great, because you don't have to worry about bringing in more. But regardless, you want to keep making sure you're bringing in new leads. All right, you want to make sure that you're still feeding yourself constantly. A lot of trainers, I see them, they get comfortable, right? Even after they have a whole bunch of clients and they retain them, they get comfortable, and then they get hurt when that one client leaves on vacation. Because even, let's say, great, they're online, but let's say they say, hey, we're gonna go off for here for a little bit. You want to make sure that you still have people to fill in, or somebody drops, you want to make sure you have somebody to fill in. Okay, so make sure that you can do that adequately, so that way you don't have a problem moving forward with bringing in monthly revenue for your own business or for yourself. Okay, so making sure that you have a good balance of making sure you have great retention and making sure that you have new leads coming in constantly. Down the road, when you build a team, you will have people bring in new leads for you, right? That's a whole different separate video, but just to let you know, you can make ways that you don't have to worry about yourself bringing those leads. You can have a team of people helping you bring those new leads for you. But just always keep that in mind. Last tip, all right, have fun, right? Have fun with it. Don't make it stressful. You love what you do, you're passionate. Have fun building this out. Have fun looking for these people. Have fun being creative on your content. Have fun with your clients, right? And one of the biggest things that we tend to lose in business is we don't have fun, right? And I think that if you're jumping into a business in the first place, it's because you love it, right? You have fun with it. And that's what's gonna help you to keep you excited to improve your business every day. So always remember, have fun, because if you're not having fun, I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna last. Guys, hope you got value from this. Please like, please subscribe, please comment, please share, please show some love. Would highly appreciate it. Catch you on the next one.